This is Christine and I'm with the Sustainable Australia Fund. Today in this video, we're going to go over how environmental upgrade finance works. So how it works is the environmental upgrade agreement is very similar to a conventional loan. However, there's also a third party that's involved, and that is your local council. So your local council will also be involved in the approval process. They just want to go ahead and confirm that the property is predominantly used for commercial purposes. Also, too, they want to make sure that the ratepayer has a good rates repayment history as well, too. So once all parties have signed the agreement, the council is going to attach the loan to the property. Now, this is a very big benefit for the borrower because it is not going to be recorded onto the credit report. So this frees up their debt to income ratio to use that borrowing power for other items that they may need. The council then will collect repayments through the property rates bill. So at the same time that they send out the property rates bill, they'll also be sending out another bill as well too, which is the environmental upgrade charge. So where can you use an environmental upgrade agreement to finance a project? Well, it can be used on any upgrade that's on an existing building that is of a quantifiable environmental benefit. So we need to quantify the environmental offset, also to the savings as well too. This can be used to improve energy, water and waste efficiency, increase renewable energy, and also as well too, the property does need to be land rateable, so they do need to be paying rates in order to qualify for this financing. So here's a sample of the rates charge that is sent out. So you've got your rates charge, but then you also have your environmental upgrade repayment notice. It looks just like a rates charge, doesn't it? So here's a sample right there, and you get them both at the same time. And that is on a 4 times a year billing schedule. So the key points for you is it enables 100% financing. That means we could also finance soft costs, we can finance upgrades in order to make that project work for you. We have predictable repayments. So the repayments are on a fixed rate, and the fixed rate gets repriced every 5 years and until the loan is fully paid off. So depending on how long the term is, it gets repriced every 5 years. Enables long-term financing. So our financing terms are anywhere from 4 years up to 20 years, depending on the project itself as well too. The finance is attached to the property until it is repaid. However, if the property were to sell or were to change ownership, it has the power to novate to the new property owner. So as long as all parties are in agreement, we're happy to go ahead and do so. It's a very simple process. Just contact the Sustainable Australia Fund and we'll help you through that. The finance does not appear on title. We get this question quite a bit, so this is another major benefit. It will not appear on title at all. Where the financing does appear is it appears on the land information certificate as a charge. It is the property that's providing the security. There are no personal or business guarantees. This is also a very important benefit for customers as well too. Now, I do want to point your eyes over to the rectangle on the far right-hand side. This is where we also can do a tenant contribution. So there's landlord-tenant situations out there where the landlord, in all cases, will need to apply for the financing because they own the building, they own the property that is providing the security. However, it's the tenant that's really driving this upgrade because they have an appetite to reduce their energy costs. So they want to make themselves a little bit more cash flow positive. So I really encourage landlords to go ahead and partake in this so that way their tenants will want to go ahead and remain on that premises and they can extend those tenancies. So in this situation, you have the lender, Sustainable Australia Fund, that's lending money to the building owner. However, you have the tenant who's already responsible in many cases for making the outgoing payments. Especially when it comes to rate charges, they could also make the repayments on this as well too on behalf of the owner. So that money from the tenant then goes to the council, and then the council will go ahead and forward that repayment money over to the Sustainable Australia Fund. So watch my next video on how environmental upgrade finance specifically benefits owner-occupiers, tenants, and landlords. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day.